Hello again, and welcome to another installment of Fantastic Five, the show where we work long and hard to give you the irrefutably correct order to 5 things from comics. This week, we're looking at 5 of the best magic heroes. Whether it be the sleight of hand variety or actual sorcery, magic has always been a great way to make characters do cool stuff in comics. Join us as we pull back the veil and turn our magic eye to 5 of comics' greatest mystical masters. Number 5, Scarlet Witch. Wanda Maximoff, known more famously as the Scarlet Witch, has got to be the frontrunner for the title of world's most famous comic witch. Sorry, Sabrina. Wanda first showed up, along with her brother Quicksilver, in 1964's X-Men number 4 as a member of Magneto's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Why she was wearing green when she's called Scarlet Witch, I couldn't tell you. She didn't stay evil long though, and was soon recruited by Captain America to join a new Avengers team alongside her brother and fellow reformed villain, Hawkeye. This lineup was known as Cap's Kooky Quartet. I'm not making that up. Also, she's the only magic hero on this list that's married to a robot. Well, as far as I know. Number 4, Shazam. Up next on our list is Shazam, aka Captain Marvel. It's been said that the really big guns in DC's pantheon are so iconic because they're archetypes of different kinds of fiction filtered through the lens of superheroics. If that sentence lost you, I'll explain. Superman is science, Batman is mystery, Wonder Woman is myth, and Captain Marvel is magic. I know it's possible some of you might not think of Shazam as a magic hero, but come on, he literally says a magic word to change from young Billy Batson to the world's mightiest mortal. Sure, his magic word has got a lot of gods and legendary heroes wrapped up in it, but he was given the magic word by a wizard. A wizard. It doesn't get much more magic-y than that. Number 3, Doctor Strange. The brainchild of artist and Spider-Man co-creator Steve Ditko, Dr. Stephen Strange first appeared in 1963's Strange Tales number 110. Dr. Strange was a surgeon, which means unlike a lot of other doctors in comics, he earned that title in his name. He also earned a one-way trip to the ironic life lessons department when he became another in Marvel's long line of heroes who are kinda jerks, then have something bad happen so they can learn to not be jerks and become superheroes. In Strange's case, it was a car crash that damaged his hands and left him unable to use his skill as a surgeon. Thankfully, mastering the mystical arts and becoming Marvel's Sorcerer Supreme doesn't require the same level of hand-to-eye coordination. Number 2, Dr. Fate. Second on the list, but first in my heart. Dr. Fate tops Doctor Strange for a number of reasons. For starters, Dr. Fate has been around for over 2 decades longer. Fate first appeared in the delightfully titled More Fun Comics number 55 in 1940. So not only has he been around longer than all of your favorite Marvel characters, but he has also been around longer than most DC characters. While Doctor Strange has primarily always been worried about matters beyond the mortal realm, Dr. Fate does that, but also gets his hands dirty beating up gangsters. Add to that the fact that 9 men and women have worn the helmet of fate over the years, and you get an enduring legacy that shows anyone can be a hero. Finally, Dr. Fate's helmet is just much cooler than any of Doctor Strange's magic knickknacks. You can even make it into a knife if you want to be really 90s about it. And number 1, Cetana. Cetana has one thing that none of the other magicians on this list have, and no, I'm not talking about a top hat. Sure, being the daughter of a magician, crime fighter, and a magi means magic is in her blood, but Cetana is the only one that actually does magic tricks. In comics, anyone can stumble upon some kind of enchanted object or fall in with wizard people, but even in comics, to be an illusionist is a skill and trade you have to spend years working hard at to learn. And can you imagine how hard it is to be a working stage magician in a world with aliens and robots and people flying around with wishing rings from outer space? Cetana's performances are so incredible, they are able to astound people who have actually seen Superman. If that isn't impressive enough to earn her the top spot, I'm not really sure what is. That's it for this week. Come back next week when we list the 5 most correctly listed things that have ever been correctly listed. Thanks for watching this episode of Fantastic 5. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Comics Alliance for more comic facts, and check out comicsalliance.com for more comic awesomeness.